Happy holidays, my children, my darlings. Um, I'm recording this because this is going to be my last Christmas. And I don't really talk to any of y'all anymore that much. And I just wanted to not leave things unsaid. I've still got about 6 months to a year. But I don't want to really just like last time when they give me that little 14 months in BDAS. I'm out of remission. I've had too much flare-ups this summer, and the heat and the stress. And so my lupus is back full force. My kidneys have started shutting down. The tumor in my head's growing real fast. It's not malignant, by the way. It's benign, but as it grows, it puts pressure on the frontal lobe. And I fall a lot. And my eyesight is completely, 99% gone now. I can see somewhat to get around, but not that great. They didn't do my eye surgery. He tried to put me off another year, and that's not going to be needed. My insurance wasn't good enough at that time. Now I've got good insurance, and Amanda, I have worked my ass off on that Social Security, but I don't think I'll be around when it gets here. What I wanted to let y'all know is I love you. I love y'all. Even though Brandon doesn't seem to think so, I love y'all. And if y'all can manage at the end of this to at least get the jail to let Jeremy watch this, I'd appreciate it. Because I love all of y'all with all my heart. And the last few years of my life is totally been the worst years anybody could even imagine. And I'm not afraid of death. I'm not scared at all. I'm almost welcoming it. For a long time there, I had planned on choosing my own time and taking myself out. But I just haven't been able to do it. I haven't been strong enough or brave enough to do it. But life, the way I have to live, is not life. I'm not me anymore. And I hate it. I have no happiness, no joy. The things that I had in my life that brought me back and made me happy, I can't even do anymore. I don't paint. I don't dance. Hell, most days I don't even eat. I don't cook. I don't socialize very much. My neighbors love me. I am still a little busybody getting into everybody's business. I thought maybe I turned it off. It's going to die pretty soon. I stayed away from y'all's relationships because when Brandon and Elise were married, she always let me know that I was their problem. And the fact is, I wasn't. I never was. I've been a good scapegoat to put blame and misery on. But as long as I was living my life the way I wanted it and not being made to feel ashamed, I thrived. I don't thrive anymore. Y'all don't understand. I've worked so hard the last few years to spiritually awaken and to understand myself and to love myself. And apparently none of y'all liked the new Carla. I was so thankful I didn't drink anymore. I don't rage anymore. I worked hard at being a better person. And the only people that didn't like me after I got this way was my own family. I thought that since y'all didn't love me and didn't want me, I was going to do the same. Cut it all out. Because Brendan, you're horrible. When you drink, you're horrible. And I'm sorry you're hurt by the women in your life. You chose them. You chose them. I didn't. But if you ever thought that, no, you might not hit anybody, but when you're screaming at someone and you're fucking belittling them and judging them all the time, who wants to be around that? Who? I don't. You see, I've been beaten by nearly every man in my life. Every one of them. Lonnie beat the shit out of me. Michael Lee beat the shit out of me. But their beatings never hurt as bad as words. Brandon, every time you call me a drug addict, did you know that all the time that I was doing drugs, I was happier and healthier than I've ever been? I didn't harm anybody. I painted. Everybody around you, are drug addicts. You're a drug addict. That alcohol that you pour into your body all the time is drugs. That sexual addiction that you have is a drug. You're not letting me leave this earth without letting you know I'm not taking your blame with me. And what's funny is you stated to a room full of people one day that you were the only one of my children that wasn't fucked up. Yes, you are. And I'm sorry if you are. You also told people that you raised yourself since you were 10. No, you didn't. As I remember, you and your wife moved in with me. I had to leave state to get away from that pressure. When I went to Las Vegas, I took my kids. Y'all couldn't even let me have a day at the Renaissance with my grandbaby. Babies. Amanda, I took my granddaughter to her very first Renaissance, and I was denied her 18th birthday. What did I do to you, Amanda? I beat the shit out of you that one day, and I couldn't help it, and I'm sorry. One day. You know how many people have abuse every single day? Every single day. And how many people have a mother that would drive all the way across the country because she couldn't stand being away from her baby? How many? I'm not taking anger with me. Y'all can hold that anger against me forever. And I'm fine. I'm very fine. Because in myself, I did the best I could. Amanda, or rather Brandon, when you jerked those vehicles away from me that I worked 4 months for, paid insurance on, hauled to the damn recall center when you wouldn't, and I walked in that 110-degree weather just to go to the store every day, and now it's below freezing, and I walk because I have no transportation. I have a doctor's appointment in Round Rock on the 18th. I'm having to get on Nextdoor to beg somebody to help me. I have no income, but I manage. I live with no money to my name. I went 3 months without food stamps. And you brought me a bowl of chili in all that time. When you can pay for your friends' holidays and give out cars to people you really don't even know, and your mother can do without. So, what I'm asking you, how many cars did I buy you? And trips. And you, even when I had the money in hand, you wouldn't sell me that fucking car. So I buy a bicycle. I buy a bicycle that cost me a fortune just to try to get around, to be at least independent. Birth certificates, yeah, you went and got me birth certificates as soon as we got here, but you were going to keep one, and they were in the envelope in your fucking car, and I never got a birth certificate. You have made, just because I let Colton back into my life, it was like you made me choose. And you know what? I didn't choose Colton. I chose me to live my own life the way I wanted to. You don't know how miserable I was, sleeping on that couch every night and waking up hurting every morning. Every morning. It was just like, and just as soon as you told me to move up to your room, I did, and right then you took it back away. You're so much like Kay on that. You give, but you take. And then you never stop reminding someone how much you gave them. So let's get this straight, because if that money does come in before I croak, $500 you put on that account that you told me to spend the way I wanted to, but then you bitched every fucking thing I bought. You tell everybody I spent it on dope. We both know it was $40 and your friend ripped me off out of 500. Most of the things that I bought was little things because you said you wanted me to make your house a home. And I bought the little things from Dollar General. And I bought cleaning supplies. I spent all my money, all my food stamps on food there. Think about it, Brandon. You're rich because you say nobody puts in there. I put in more than anybody in your world there. I also paid for the insurance on the truck, and I paid for the inspection on the truck. But you didn't take that into account. You didn't care. You don't see anything that I did as positive. And I know it's just because you're so angry at the women in your life that you want to blame the one and only one that you can cuss out, and she's always going to forgive you. Sorry. And Amanda, don't think I'm letting you off on this shit. Because you and I were closer than any mother and daughter that I could even think of. And you have wiped me out of your world. But you didn't even have the balls to say, Mom, just fuck off and die. I would have rather that than just ignoring my calls. You know, I called you 16 times on your birthday about, 8 years ago? On your real birthday, not like when you think mine is. And you never call back. You don't answer unless you want to be that perfect little Amanda. Well, anyway, all I want y'all to know is I love you. I am proud of y'all. And Brandon, if you need a woman in your world to complete you, to make you a happy person, I'm sorry. Because those women that you pick, they're not going to put up with you wanting to have a polyamorous relationship. How can you have a polyamorous relationship when you get your butt hurt if they go to see their boyfriends or have a boyfriend? So get real. Learn yourself. If you can't understand, if your psychologist gave up on you, that's because you gave up on you. Jeremy, I love you. I have not been there for you through this. Because when you went on TV and told all that stupid shit, you put a barrier there for me. And by the way, I haven't got to see you because I can't get a motherfucking ID because I can't even keep a birth certificate. I'm glad y'all had Nana and loved her so much. Because I tell you what, I don't know what I did wrong. That Case got kids that love her more than I do. But it's okay. My hair's nearly gone, by the way. See? Yeah. I fell apart in 1 year. Completely apart. It's great to be loved. At least in Dallas, I was loved. Y'all have a happy life. Have a happy holiday. Enjoy everything that I pushed you hard enough to make you a success. So, Amanda, when you hate me all you want to, the only reason I didn't want you out there having sex and everything else was because I knew there was too much greatness in you to lose. And Brandon, stop playing holier than thou God just because you awaken spiritually. Doesn't mean you keep awake or you even understand what you're hearing. The awakening was to learn simple things. Show kindness. Do better. Always strive to be a better person. And I have not seen those improvements. I'm sorry. You can talk about all the spiritually awakening does not mean spouting all this holier than thou shit that these others do. It is part of alchemy. It means turning something from a common lead to gold. And when you say that the needier someone is, the more you dislike them, someday you're going to be there. In fact, this year you will be there because you've gone on that journey and you cast your stones, you cast your karma. You see, all this, it's been a rough journey. But at least I know when I go to my peace, I'm not going because it's punishment. Living here is punishment. I'm actually just going to my peace that I had before I came here, except for fighting with Colton. I had peace. I had joy. And I don't anymore. Now, I hope the kids grow up to be wonderful adults and not cold-hearted, non-caring. And Brendan, one thing I do want you to do, I want you to find out from a doctor, a real doctor, if that fusion in your neck could have caused some brain damage. Because if you can forget someone that you knew for 15 years, like Janice and George, there is brain damage. You can't forget someone like that. You can't forget such big hunks out of your life and come up with stories that I let my boyfriend rape you. That's such bullshit. You know that you were only a little kid when we left Alaska? You were in first grade. No, there were no black boyfriends raping you. I'm sorry. I didn't have black boyfriends in Alaska. Uncle Willie was it. But you've made me look like a fucking pedophile here in this town, telling people all that shit. That's why I couldn't get in that fucking apartment. You know that? All the gossip. All the fucking wrong tales. You can't get even with your women by using me. But you know what? You got Elisa's dad, and that's awesome. That's all the family you need. Because even if I wasn't not going to be here, I can't be around you anymore. You know that I sent 5 people to you on Nextdoor? How many of those shops did you do? Not one thing do you honor. Oh yeah, Mom, help me and I'll help you. You don't. You have no intentions of honoring anything. Tell everybody I love them. And I'm not really leaving bitter, but I did want to leave with my words spoken. And Jeremy, I know you didn't kill the girl. I know for a fact you didn't. I have proof. I've had proof. But you saw that as a easy suicide. Well, it's not so easy because you can sit in there 30 years before they kill you. You were just stupid. When someone stabs someone 16 times, they have blood on them. You didn't. I have a videotape of you at the exact same time at 7-Eleven, 5 miles away from where that girl died. And you were with Richard. I don't know why you said it. To protect those boys? Why? They'll just do it again. They just got out of prison for the same shit. You're just allowing someone to hurt someone else. I don't protect people anymore. Because that is part of becoming a better person. It's not becoming a narc. What it is seeing that you might save a lot of people by letting another one go. But my eyes are poofy. I haven't been able to see for the last couple of days, and they hurt all the time. Anyway, I gotta go. I know I do. I need to get back in there, and it's freezing, so. Amanda, you like my house? Gotta see the trailer. Water pours in, no air conditioning, no water. I try to fix it, but I can't. I'm too tired. I don't have money. I can't even put a hose in there. I don't even have heat. I got a little tiny space heater. So you see, I'm not worried about dying. I welcome it. I just hope the head one kills me instead of the other one, because the head one will be fast. I'll just go to sleep and not wake up. They told me that 6 months ago. Anyway. Bye-bye. Brandon, don't worry about Hooch. When I'm gone, I'm sure Colton will take him.